just going to go over the features of TW08, the shortcuts, and the benefits. I'm not going to talk about the gameplay or the graphics or anything like that. I'm just going to show you the functions and how they work and what I see as the advantage. Now, I'm playing in expert mode, first of all, so you're not going to have any club yardages or anything like that. That's not an option when you play expert mode in TW. You have to know your club distances. Also, you don't get a grid. Again, that's not an option in extra play. As you notice, I have the swing meter right in the middle of the screen. I could right click on it and drag it over to the left, right, or wherever I want. But here's what I'm talking about as far as the click on the overhead and get a look at your fairway. So I just point on the overhead. Now that shows 300-yard distance. I'd have 223 yards to the pin, elevations downhill a little bit. That would be roughly what my driver would go downwind if I hit it right in the middle of the slider. This puts loft or takes loft off the club. If I move it full forward, it's going to add more loft, less distance, but land softer. And of course, if I move it back, it's going to make it more of a low driving shot. Over here you see my club selection. I can click on this and I can either pick a club right like that, or I can click on it.
Here's the 2-wood.
Sorry, I can just use
Here
the
comes
scroll
4-wood.
See, as I scroll, the club changes. And that.
Here comes the 5.
So again, a quick way of changing clubs without
Pull the
having
4-wood
to,
for this shot.
right click on anything, pick your club and that. Again, I like the slider feature because you don't have to, again, right click on something and add loft, take loft or whatever and that. You can't add hook or draw or fade to your shot shape and that, which is actually I kind of like that feature about PP, but again, that's just not an option here. Anyway, so here we go. Like I say, I click on the overhead. I can move it around and get a look at the terrain. If I land it, if I wanted to from here while holding down on the left mouse key, I could use my W key and even get a look at what my approach shot into the green would be like. I just hit the 1 key there. It snaps me back to the tee box. So, again, it's a nice, easy function. Normally what I do is I just have a quick look on the overhead like this. Then I'd use my W key to scroll forward and just kind of get another idea of where the landing area is. So I want to hit this roughly around that 200 yard, or have 230 yards in would be nice. So I'm going to take a little off a 2-wood here and see what comes out. Now there, I just hit the 5 key. That
looks like it'll find the rough.
Ball will be right away. Now you can set
Well, I'm going to have to
for
check
different
myself for
views
ticks
in
after
your
having a look
option.
at this one. This is not good.
I missed the line and I got a little bit of red on it, so I'm in the rough. Now, again, if I wanted to, I could just go up here on the overhead. Okay, that shows me I need to hit it about 116 yards, and that would allow me to have 131 yards into the green. Again, I could just use my W key to see what my approach from there would be. Hit the 1 key back. I know at a deep rough, I'd probably use about an 8-iron for that kind of length, and again, I missed the line. Again, I hit the 5 key, I can follow. I can shift and X, and that'll put a tracer on, if you like that little option.
David, what do you see?
Okay,
Maybe
I
just
got it
about
in there
110
to
yards to the flag.
115 yards, not a great distance for me.
The sand wedge should get
I'm
it
going to
close.
use a sand wedge and put a little back on it here, because my sand wedge normally in the middle. Again, this is expert mode, so I don't have, as you see, anywhere that tells me what my yardages are. Again, you kind of have to know them, you chart them, and then you just get, after years of using it, you kind of get a pretty good idea what your distance is going to be. So now, if I wanted to see what was like up at the green, I could hit the 4 key. Now I can let it pan like that, or just hit escape, and it takes me right there. Hit the S key, and it takes me in the back. Hit F, and it gives me an up view. Hit B, brings it down. And again, you can set the increments and how fast it moves up and down, or how large of increments it moves in your options. You can do that. So there, I wanted to have a look at the green, and that there's no real hazards in front if I landed short and run it up. So that would probably be the smart play here. Again, I hit the 5 to get a follow.
Putting for birdie.
This should be familiar to you. It's going to leak a little. Over to the right.
Again, like I say, in expert mode, you don't have the option of a green grid or anything, but you can see the arrow is just pointing a little, sloped a little bit to the right. Now again, if I wanted a better view, I just hit my 4 key, and again, I just snap it by hitting the execute button. And I hit the S key just to kind of give it a pan back. Oh, and just missed it.
Slow down, ball. There's some pressure here to save par.
This putt'll take a pretty good wallop. It's uphill all the way.
I think this is going to break a little right to left. Not too worried about making it, to be honest with you. I'm more interested in just showing you the functions of the keys.
Drops in for par.
So again, that's just a real quick overview of some of the keys. I mean, there's other keys to give you other angles, and that. But those are the key functions, or the key keys, I guess, if you want to put it another way, of the shortcuts on TW and that. Like I say, I think it's a clean feature. It can be quick to use. Like I say, I was explaining it, but normally I would just go up here. I go 300 yards. Okay, I want to hit a driver. I'd go down like this here with the W key, have a quick look, and give it a whack. Hit the 5 key to follow the ball to see how it's going. If I wanted, I can hit the Shift X to give a tracer if you like that feature, and go from there.
Must take this following breeze into account.
I think that pretty much wraps it up, and thank you for watching.